is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
This Indian, get up out of here.
Hey, Wednesday!
Hold on. Before we start, it's something about his hair. Is you liking his hair?
Nah, I don't. That bedhead. You got bedhead. I don't like that.
It's something that just.
You trying to go for the road look?
Is you misshaven? What is something different about
He's going
you?
for that wild look.
It's so long that when I stick it up, it's this high, and it probably makes my head look even bigger.
Okay.
So I'm trying to do y'all a favor.
Okay.
Nah, it's the bedhead. It's the hair is all out of whack.
Yeah.
It's not well kempt.
It's
just not well groomed.
Getting it cut soon?
Not a good look.
I don't know.
You kind of like it. You letting it grow out?
I don't know what the hell I'm doing with it.
Okay,
I'm not touching the beard.
All right.
Maybe I need to shave this way off.
Get a little bit more gel in there, man. Go back to your other look.
It's the same amount of gel. I just pulled it forward instead of pushing it back.
Push it back. That looks like you just woke up. No. Well, that looks better, honestly.
Yeah, that does, man.
Look better.
The other look was wild, man, like wolf look.
It was like it didn't know which way it was doing. It was like, there you go.
There we go. All right.
Jimmy Johnson, I like you now.
Yeah. Got to get the hair pulled back.
Jimmy was perfect.
Man.
He had to use the most expensive, stiff hair grease in America.
Still does, doesn't
he could go in 100-mile-an-hour wind and like maybe one or two hairs a move with Coach. So
that was a joke for you guys even back in the day.
He was so in love with his hair, so he married the lady who styled his hair.
Really?
Yeah.
You married his hairstylist?
Yeah. He was so in love. He's like, hey, why should I pay you when I can just come marry you and have you?
Would y'all mess with him out loud about his hair? Could you joke with Coach Johnson?
Only if you were very special.
And if you were winning,
all those guys got gold coats. Yeah.
All right, Wednesday, we have moved on. Have y'all put the loss to bed? Are you
sure? Yeah.
You don't sound real convincing.
Nate said not to.
Detroit Lions position rosters. I'm looking at it right now. Right. I know Jesse got something special for us today.
Listen, no more specials.
Okay.
No more specials.
All right.
No more.
No more hot and fresh out the kitchen, huh?
Yeah.
We want our shows to be aired.
All right.
But let me ask you this right here. What are we going over today? Offense or defense?
Cowboys offense.
Yeah. Okay.
Even though sounds like Stafford is out, right? Again, for them?
Well, he had 2 fractures in his back. I don't see how he'd be able to play.
And he was trying to get on the field, man.
Mm-hmm. Tony Romo played with a fractured back.
Jeff Driscoll.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what opened the door for Dak, wasn't it? Didn't he fracture a couple bones in his back?
He played with it, though.
Played with it.
Jeff
No,
Driscoll.
he didn't.
Yeah.
He did a game or two. Research that.
Remember he had the whole.
He got hurt in the preseason and didn't.
He had all those vests that he used to have to wear. Mm-hmm. He had the.
Was that for the
Kevlar.
rib though? That might have been for the rib.
He had the collarbone, he had the rib, and he had the back.
Yeah, look it up. Something else I want you to look up. I want you to look up at some point in the show Cowboys total offense yards and points and Cowboys defense total points and yards.
I think offense is going to be number 1.
I think so. I think they're top.
Tony only played 1 game in 2016. It was a Philly game. It was the last one.
That was the last one he played?
Yeah.
Oh.
But at that point in time, Dak had already taken over.
Yeah. But he got hurt in the preseason and
I thought he
fractured bones in his back.
Played with a fractured back. Maybe I'm
not that
totally
year
off
at least.
base.
He might have in the past.
I think he did in the past. Yeah.
I had to look that up.
But don't think for one second that Matthew Stafford being from here. Like he wants to play the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Like that's a fact. And I don't know if he'll be able to medically. But I promise you.
If he can play, he'll play.
If he can play, he will try to play. Like that for sure, I believe. I don't know how far he is as far as his progress or whatever. But there's certain games, certain players circle on the calendar.
This is one?
This is one for Matt Stafford. Just being a hometown kid, playing against your hometown team, he's been a Cowboys fan his whole life. So and he doesn't get many chances to play them.
Yeah.
So when he does, it's like I want to scorch these guys.
Yeah. Let's talk about What? And we may not have an answer for this, but I want to throw it out there anyway. Why, since we're talking about Cowboys offense, why do we think they get out to such a slow start? Because I think what Kurt's going to show us, them ranking in points, a lot of them, I heard Nate say this, a lot of them are, catch-up points. Mm-hmm. I feel like if this team could come out of the gate and get up 7-10 points, and that plays into the strength of this team. And a lot of these games that you are trying to catch up and trying to win, they're no problem. You're winning them pretty easily. Do y'all have an opinion on why? Is it play calling? Is it just some teams start slow? Like, what's the problem out of the gate?
I can't put my finger on it. The coaches have to keep probing that. That has to be something that every day when they wake up, okay, what are the things that we got to try to fix? You can't overthink it, but you do have to think about it a little bit.
Because it's a real thing, right? It's not just my perception.
Yeah,
this is a thing.
It's a real thing. And depending on what's the is it the offensive line started slow? Do we need to pick up the pace in warm-ups? Do we need to get them stretched better? Do we need to, right before the game, get some couple of field goal rushes, something to get you lathered. Mm-hmm. Is it the wide receivers? Is it the way they running their routes? Some guys, do we need to get them off and going quick? It's so many variables into a game. But I would not want to be a coach right now trying to figure out what is wrong with my offense for the last 9 games, or 8 games. They played 8. So, Jess, you got something you want to spin on it, or Kurt?
We blame the offense. Defense started out slow too. Yeah. Like we blame the offense because again, I keep saying that's where the focus is on this team, right? This team is a offensive minded team. Well, the reason why the offense has to play catch up is because the defense ain't stopped nobody.
Right.
So the question really should be, and it goes back to, why is the defense starting so slow? Because most teams, if they win the toss, they defer to the second half. And so when the offense, whatever they do, 3 and out, whatever, because even in the slow starts, I think the offense has been able to move the ball a little bit.
Yeah, I think for the most part they have. There's been a turnover here, a bad penalty there that's derailed it.
And so for me, I'm looking at the defense and saying, okay, defense, where are you? Where are you in this slow start too? Because the offense is having to fight back from being 14 down, 13 down, 10 down. That has something to do with the defense as well. Not exonerating these guys offensively, but defensively, you need to pick this thing up too. This is a whole team thing.
And that's where I'm coming from. To me, it ain't one thing or the other because, you was going, like you saying, hey, we got the defense, and then he busted in saying, yeah, because it's a 3 and out or it's a bad penalty or it's a turnover. It's both parties not holding up their end of the bargain along with special teams.
And then when you look at that, when it becomes a whole issue, that's when you start looking toward the sideline, right? When it becomes that type of like, man, ain't nobody doing well. That's when I start looking toward the side. Well, if ain't nobody doing well, that's a sideline issue to me. It's one thing if it's one side or whatever. Now you can start saying, well, this guy, that guy. When it's a collective unit issue where everybody is starting slow, 48 guys, 46 guys, and it ain't looking good in either one of the sides of the ball, now I start looking to the sideline and saying, all right, this is a sideline issue. Something has to be done differently from the sideline perspective.
You talking about play calling? You talking about preparation? What are you talking about?
Preparation,
Everything?
play calling, personnel. Like you have to be able to shake things up, do things different from the norm, right? Because if you keep banging your head on the wall with the things that you've been doing and it's not happening, that's crazy. That's insanity. So now I have to find out what is going to get these guys motivated. What is going to help these guys come out with more pep in their step? Is it calling? Guys get up for when they know that the play calling is going to be a certain way. Mm-hmm. Guys get up when they know, hey, it's time for you to go home. Not go home, but get home. Hey, Jalen, we come to the gate, we're going to blitz you. Be ready. Mm-hmm. Hey, if they go 11 personnel, Jordan Lewis, you come up the edge. Be ready to get home.
So almost playing not mental games, but like preparing people. Like you say, it gives you a different mentality to shake things up and do some things different.
That's
Maybe
a part
it's
of coaching.
Part of coaching, right?
That's a part of coaching. Getting guys mentally ready to play a game is part of coaching.
The remember a couple of weeks ago when I said we have to do something, even if we're not a blitz team, to blitz to give the guys something to get them going early in the game. You have to give them something, whether it's a reverse, whether it's something. Like last week when we did that field goal, I'm like, whoa, this ain't what I was thinking about doing a 58-yard field goal opening drive. But he had to go to the deal, like, man, we finna do this long field goal. I mean, hey, man, we finna do this long field goal. We need y'all to stop him, but they didn't. Mm-hmm. We can discuss this forever, fellas, and we're not going to come up with a solution.
Right.
The players themselves, along with the coaches, have to know that slow starts have doomed them versus playoff teams. Mm-hmm. Do you realize that everybody we've lost to can win their division?
We are 1-4 this year against opponent with records of 500 and better.
But
you beat the Eagles, right? That's the one game you won.
That's the one game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody we have played and lost to, unless something drastically happened to their squad, they are going to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. The Saints, they lead in their division. Green Bay, they lead in their division. Minnesota, we put them a step closer to their division. Everybody we've played.
So do you think it's –
we are not of playoff caliber as of yet. We are not of playoff caliber.
You've just run into better teams. Because we've heard the whole offseason, this team's got the talent. They've got the talent. They've got the talent. It doesn't look like they have the caliber of talent, whether it's
they haven't arrived.
Execution, preparation.
They haven't arrived mentally. And they haven't arrived mentally.
So you think they do have the talent? They're just mentally not there yet.
Of course we got the talent. We got guys. We got Pro Bowl guys or All Pro guys, especially offensively.
That's where I was going to go.
At every position. Mm-hmm. Every guy on offense right now, with the exception of Michael Gallup,
and if he get consistent,
has been to Hawaii or Miami or whatever the hell they have the Pro Bowl at now. Yeah. At some point in time, they have got on the trip, and if you go to their locker, Jason Witten has the most of them. They have these little patches that on their lockers. How many times they've been
little
Pro Bowls?
stars
Those they stars now. Go look. Dak, he got a couple of them. Zeke got a couple of them. Tyron and Zach and Fred.
They got 100 of them.
But that just tells me at some point in your career you had the talent. At this point with this team, you keep hearing you have the talent, but you're not seeing it translate on the field.
Let me tell you this.
Then what does that come down to?
I don't know.
Let me say this. For as bad as our offensive line played run blocking, they were excellent pass blockers. This team, offensively, I have never doubted since the first game. I still don't doubt them. Mm. But what I do doubt is if you cannot score 14 points in that first half, 7 points, or at least stay even with the other team, it don't matter that you average 30 because your 30 come after the other team has 31. That means you catching up and you ain't going to never win. It takes a special team to come back and to win, to come back and to even up a game 21-20 and still had enough stamina to go over the top. We have not proven that yet. So 30 points a game is no good when the other team has 31. Your defense has not played up to its pedigree. It just haven't. And how do you fix that? At this point, I don't know. 2 or 3 weeks ago, I would say take away the run. Now, can you take away the run?
And I think I still stand on the fact that offensively, you got to come out, pick that tempo up. I'm telling you, a 2-minute drill where you let those guys go out there and just go. Just go.
Don't think, just play.
Just play. And let Dak call it from the line. And a lot of when it comes to offense is rhythmic, right? That when you see a good offense going, Man, I mean, they just boom, boom, here, boom, boom, there, boom, boom. And it's rhythmic. And those guys, and you get into a rhythm, and now you get oiled up and you're ready to go. And that's why I just firmly believe, man, you come out, you bang a quick slant, you bang a hitch route, you bang a comeback, you did a little screen, you get everybody involved. Now you're like, okay, let's go. And they don't know how to defend it. And you do to others what they've done to you. Gas those guys out. You don't give those guys a chance to sub. Don't give those guys a chance to really catch a break. And then now you're able to just go bang, 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 bang. And even if it ends in a punt, you've built some sort of rhythm. You've built some sort of rhythmic motion offensively. I think that's just me. And I've seen this team do it before in the past, and I've been a part of it when they've done it before in the past, where you just come out, you run one play, and then as soon as the play is over, let's go. Everybody to the line. And now guys get in the rhythm, and you get that going, man. This team has to find a way to get themselves going early in the game.
Here's the top points per average first quarter. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
New England, number 1, 9.7 points from the first quarter. Baltimore, number 2. Detroit, a little bit of an outlier, number 3. San Francisco, number 4.
No. That's important. Hear what you just said.
That's our game we finna play.
The number 3 team in the league of scoring early points. Right? We just talked about our team having a slow start. Mm-hmm. They're scoring early points.
We have to stop that.
Yeah.
Right? Like if we get down to
it. Kurt, give me your pen. That was great.
The third. Don't say an outlet. Don't just skip over that.
How many points did they score?
And then the team that we're playing the week after is number 1, right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
Don't skip over. Our conversation is about slow starts, and then the number 3 team in the league of scoring early points in the game.
So New England, how many?
New England 9.7.
Okay.
Baltimore 9.4.
Okay, 9.4.
Detroit 7.9. Now that was primarily with Stafford.
9.4.
No,
Baltimore 9.4. Detroit 7.9.
That's the first quarter.
Yeah, average points in the first quarter. Then you got San Francisco at 7.7.
Yeah, we ain't playing them. We playing.
But I'm just then Green Bay's 5th, Minnesota 6th. I mean, the top teams are getting on them.
Where are the Cowboys?
Cowboys are tied for 17th, 4.1 points.
I thought
they'd been tied with Philadelphia.
Lower.
Actually,
I actually thought they'd have been lower.
No, we always middle of the road. That's where we stay. Middle of the road.
Can you pull that up by third quarter? Because it seems like perception is they come out in the third quarter.
Yeah, they're excellent third quarter. Mm-hmm. So New England 9.7, Baltimore Ravens is 9.4 in the first quarter. Wow, that's good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
wow,
see if you can find that. See if you can find the third quarter.
So basically, if we're just going by numbers, and in this game, we're in an analytics-based world now. Mm-hmm. We down 7-0 in the first quarter. If we're just going strictly off numbers, and the way this team has trended in the last couple of weeks, all season long, and the way the numbers say,
7.1 he said for the Lions.
7.4, I think. I'll go back and look.
So,
yeah, wow, thank you.
Third quarter, Cowboys are tied for 4th, 7.2 points.
And where's Detroit?
Detroit, 28th, tied for 27th, 3.2.
So you can come back on Detroit.
But what have we been saying?
Why would you put yourself in that
But
position?
what have we been saying about Detroit all year long? All year long,
They
we
gonna
said
fight.
Detroit has been in every game. They just haven't found a way to finish.
Yes.
They've been in every game, winning a lot. The numbers show that they've been in every single game. Come out hot because they got the guys: Marvin Jones Jr., Kenny Golladay, Matt Stafford. They got their running back, Johnson. They got the guys. They come out hot, but they just haven't figured out a way to finish ball games.
Is Johnson hurt? Is he back? He's still hurt?
I think he may be. I know he's been hurt.
The injury report doesn't come out until later on today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was some injury news you were looking at earlier.
Yeah, that's on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, our whole offensive line is
we need to talk
shambles.
about that.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, let's take a break. There's some injury news I think came out of the press conference today. Is that right? Or yesterday? Kurt?
Well, I don't know if there's anything new. Just the offensive line is banged up.
All right, let's talk about the banged up offensive line. We come right back on Hangin' with the Boys.
The Cowboys way.
where Thanksgiving means spending the day with 100,000 of your closest family and friends to watch the game live, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships show us what success looks like, where we're all defined by one single thing, the star, where we as fans have the power to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America.
Copyright 2019 Bank of America Corporation.
Hey, Cowboys fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience AT&T Stadium's exclusive VIP Owners Club. Also, tour the star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com.
Ready? Okay. Give me an S. S. Give me an O. O. Give me an S. S. Give me an O. O. What's that spell?
So.
Are we gonna win?
Not if we play like we cheered.
Just okay is not okay. Whether it's cheerleaders or your wireless network, AT&T is America's best wireless network. Best network based on GWS One score September 2019.
So, you're shopping, and that's when you see it. Aisle 23. Dr. Pepper stacked from top to bottom as far as the eye can see. The phrase too good to be true comes to mind, yet there it is. A rich, delicious Dr. Pepper paradise. Wait, did that can of Dr. Pepper just open itself for you? They all are. As if to say, so nice to treat you. And even though it feels weird to talk to a can, you pick one up and say, it's so nice to be treated. Dr. Pepper, so nice to treat you.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Beat up bodies.
Back talking about big bodies, and big draws.
Snacks, big drawers. A true cowboy loves his freedom, and Tommy John gives you that feeling of freedom where it counts with a contour pouch that nestles you in fabrics you can barely feel. Shop exclusive Cowboys underwear at TommyJohn.com/Cowboys for 20% off your first order. TommyJohn.com/Cowboys.
All right, Kurt, Cowboy.
You want one of our listeners tweeted in that when they went to London a few years ago to play the Jaguars, Romo had fractured his vertebrae the week before. So
okay, so I wasn't crazy.
I haven't verified
Jesse and I
that,
weren't crazy.
Mr. Blum at Blum46 says so.
Okay, cool. Tweet us. Who are they tweeting? You or the show?
That one they tweeted me.
Tweet the show. HWTB. There we go. It's abbreviations of the show. I had to get the last part. Hanging with
education
boys.
right there,
Yep,
man.
100%. Thank you, ULM. And NLU. I'm so old. I started at NLU, and they changed it halfway through my curriculum because I went to school. I went to college for 12 years, and I'm not a doctor.
C's get degrees.
A doctor.
Y'all were also talking about Kerryon Johnson for Detroit. He's on IR as well, so he's out for the rest of the year, or for a good amount of time.
Thank you, Anthony Betts, listener. He's tweeted that in
Kyle.
too.
All right. Cowboys offensive line, there's some injuries, right?
There are.
Yeah.
One we know is out. That is Connor Williams had arthroscopic knee surgery.
How long does that keep you out?
I think 2 to 4 weeks.
2 to 4.
So Suafila will slide into there?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. And then
Not mad at
The right guard.
No.
yeah, Zach Martin is having elbow issues and I think some back issues, and Lyle Collins is having back issues, and then Tyron's ongoing. So it could be a
hodgepodge offensive line.
Could be an interesting look.
And Amari
out there.
Cooper's not practicing either.
No, that sounds like maintenance. They're trying to keep him.
Hey, listen, I'm okay with that.
Him not practicing?
No, don't have him practice anymore.
He's good.
Don't have him practice.
The rest of the year, give him the TO pass. Just put him on the bike.
Put him on the bike. Put 19 on the bike. Have him ready to go, lathered up, ready to go on Sunday. I'm okay with him not practicing.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's my favorite.
Amari?
Yeah.
Just because of his route running?
Oh, yeah, he's my favorite.
Or because of his personality? Or
he doesn't. He has a personality as a piece of paper. He doesn't have personality. But boy, when he puts those pads on, woo!
He's so smart too.
I love me some Amari Cooper, man.
Do you guys like the new thing that's happening now with cell phones? when a telemarketer calls you, it actually comes up as telemarketer. Has that started happening to you guys?
Nah, I don't get that.
Yeah,
Mine just says
that's
United States or something like that on there.
I started getting that this week.
I'm getting it now.
I
Nate's turned.
I noticed when people go through here.
Nate has turned completely around in his chair.
They wave at you, right? Like you little.
Don't feed the animals.
Yeah, like you animals in a cage or something. They wave at you.
They're being polite, Nate.
Yeah.
Nate Newton.
You're too close to the glass. You're too close to the glass.
Nate's just observing.
Yeah.
There's a show going on, Nate. Nate, we're over here. Nate.
You know he had that squirrel braid. He moves. He's like,
squirrel. Yep. All right, Cowboys offense. Offensive line's banged up.
Yeah,
That's
are
a
we
big
worried?
group.
What
Yeah,
are you
man.
guys? You worried about
That's a
this?
big
Yeah.
group.
Because
Worried about what?
The offensive line, not the
group,
not the people
big
walking
group.
by.
I'm worried.
Yeah. Why?
Because Matt Patricia, who was a disciple of Bill Belichick.
Oh my God! Here we go.
They build their teams.
Wow! Here we go.
Similar. When you look at what Bill Parcells, what
Belichick.
Bill Belichick does, who does Bill Belichick pay? He pays the back end. All the back end guys get the contracts. Why? Because he's saying, I'm going to need you guys to be prolific at covering because I'm going to commit these other guys up front. So when you look at who they are, Trey Flowers, where did he come from? New England, right? He's one of those guys who blew up in New England, got sent away. Big Snacks Harris.
Snacks, I love
Why
it.
do you love Snacks?
Because he eat up blocks.
He eat up blocks.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
He eat up blocks.
You look at who else is over there?
Robinson.
Robinson. And then now on the back end, they're saying Darius Slay, who's one of the top cornerbacks in the league, he's probably going to shadow Amari Cooper. Now, I don't think he's going to win that battle for the most part, but you're going to get Pro Bowler on Pro Bowler. You're going to get good on good. And they're just going to say, we're going to be strong up front, a lot to what what Zim did last week, and stop the run, and now make 4 beat us on the back end. Because that's where we put our money at. We put our money back there with Slay, with Tavon Wilson, all these guys. Tavon, another New England disciple. So to ask me, am I worried about our offensive line being banged up? Yes, because Snack's gonna eat up 2 blocks. If you think you don't have to block him with 2 guys, you're sadly mistaken. Trey Flowers are going to come off the edge consistently over and over and over and over again. And they're going to try to find ways to bring pressure from unique and strange situations. That's how they get pressure on their front. And if our guys,
Devon Kennard, I think he has 4 sacks. And I'm agreeing with Jesse that they're going to try to find ways, different angles to hit you with blitzes.
With a banged up offensive line, how do you combat that? Do you run? Do you pass? Do you give
Get
help?
the ball out of your
get
hand.
the ball out of your hands. Because another thing, now you have a banged up offensive line, you're going to add Suafilo into the mix. First thing, and we've heard this all week long, communication. Right? How are we communicating with this next guy? And also, and I'll let Nate, he can speak further into this. Offensive linemen, they're the tightest knit group in the locker room. There's no one or no group of players that are tighter than the offensive linemen. They have to be. They are big dancing bears. And so now Tyron is always used to having Connor Williams to his right. So he's already picked up in his mind what my left guard weaknesses are. And I use my game to compensate his weaknesses. And it's been that way all training camp and all season long. Out that left guard, in another left guard. Now I have to retrain my thought process of what does he know? Do I over-communicate with him? Do we understand what the looks are? Are we still stepping in the same direction? And that same thing goes for the guy on his other side, and Travis Frederick, right? We saw him visibly upset last week on that play that got stuffed at the goal line. He turned, looked at the sideline and said something. He was upset at Connor Williams. That something happened in that communication about blocking or doing whatever it was, he was upset. Well, now insert the new left guard. So now you got 2 guards on either side, 2 pivotal people. Your center, your left guard. You sandwiching this guy in between the middle of them. Now the communication has to be there. That's the difficult part about adding new offensive linemen to the mix. It's the communication. It's I know what his weaknesses are. He knows what my strengths are. And now we use that and we kind of formulate this wall, helping one another out. So when you add a new guy in the mix, that to me sometimes throws things off, especially when you have to play a defensive line with a guy like Snack Harris who's going to be a bully inside.
Man, he's 6'3", 350, and then Robinson is 6'4", 330. That's some.
They're like your size, Kurt.
Some weight in there, man.
Your size.
Yeah. I don't. I'm like you. I'm not too hurt by Suafila
some big
being
Tommy
there.
Johns.
Yeah.
Suafila,
couple pairs stitched together.
He seemed the more aggressive, more physical guard last year, and that might be just what you need for.
But it took, didn't it? If I remember right, didn't it take him a game or two to get settled in? Wasn't he kind of shaky?
He was okay. These guys are backups. I mean, I'm not saying that Connor Williams is 3 levels better than them or whatever, like, say, Tyron versus his backups. But you need this game. And this is where you come in as a coach and say, okay, what adjustments do I have to make? What plays that we're better at now that, this guy's missing, what plays we cannot run because this guy's not here. So, coach is working overtime, and especially if he has to have more than one guy come in, and play, because, a lot of this we take for granted, like the right guard maintenance, the right tackle maintenance, but what if it's not? What if it's not maintenance? What if we do have to bring in Brandon Knight at the right tackle? You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So how do you attack this? One thing that we know has to happen is universal. You can't hold the ball. You can't hold the ball. And as much as the quarterback say, hey, man, I'd rather take the sack, them hits start to add up after a while. So you can't take the sack. You got to get rid of the ball, whether it's a completion or incompletion. He just had maybe one of them ugly days where he throw 30 times and get 12 completions. It's just ugly day. You know what I'm saying? Just ugly day.
How would y'all – Cowboys offense, obviously you got to get the ball out quick. Do you come into this game and with a running game plan because the offensive line is banged up? Or
you're always going to have a running game plan because of who your running back is. Mm-hmm. But a year ago, I just think run the ball. Mm-hmm. Simple as that. Where our offensive line hasn't been a whole offensive line even this year. So, you can come in with that idea of run the ball, but fellas. What
if it doesn't work?
You saw what happened
Right.
I don't know how to tell you this. I can't scream and cuss at you and say you're not listening. Evidently you're not. This thing is about Dak.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all gonna come at me ask me as offensive line, hey, what you do? Put it in Dak's hands. And I'm just being honest.
Mm.
But they had to protect him. Like, even though he didn't take many sacks, go back and watch that game.
He got hit 9 times.
He got hit 9 times, but he was back there dancing. He should have been sacked at least 3 or 4 times. He had one where the jokers ran into each other. He was standing there, and it was like some cartoon stuff, and they knocked each other off him, and he spun out to the left side. So people are getting to him, but he's overcoming adversity.
He's being Dak
and making plays down the field. So he has to continue to do that.
Is he better at that this year? Because I know that was a kind of a worry last year. Was he wasn't doing enough of that? He was getting hit too much and taking too much.
He's starting to get his instincts back. Mm-hmm. He's starting to feel that thing, and this is see that kid right there?
Yep.
That's what it's about, baby. First and foremost,
and
the middle in between,
and them hips.
Do you think you think they need to include more runs for him in the game? I mean, I think we're like 0-3 now when he doesn't run the ball.
Just let him play and say if I'm my limited knowledge as an offensive coordinator or a QB coach, Dak, let your instincts take over. Just flow, baby. Flow. Now, like you say, I'll say, hey, man, we need to pick up the tempo right here. Or hey, take your time. But, hey, let your instincts take over. And 9 times out of 10, his decision-making, he came out of college with great decision-making. Mm-hmm. Now he's just got more options in making those decisions. So, look at that. Shake it, babe. There you go. Pop that thing. Pop that thing. Yeah. Pop that thing.
But
The hips don't lie, baby.
That's part of what made him so great his rookie year is decision making and just football instinct.
Yes.
So if he can get
with all that new knowledge,
the
that technical
part and the technical part he's got down and all that, once it clicks, man.
But don't, like they said, don't take it away from him.
Yeah.
Don't get there and be like, all right, let me do it now. No, let this young man do what he's been doing. I just believe letting him, give him the keys. Just give him the keys and say, listen, we on your back now. We've tried it our way. It ain't working.
All right. When y'all say that, and I've been hearing y'all say that for a while, what exactly? Because me and Kurt may be confused.
Look at him, dog. Look at him.
What do you mean by let him call all the plays?
Not all the plays.
Hey, Kyle, can you run that? Okay, look, watch. Is he not doing what he did on that field? Mm-hmm. Did he not hit this dude in stride?
But he's doing
it. A year ago. Look at watch this. Look at it. A year ago, we'd have been like,
I wish that would have been incompletion because Nate would have been like, look at this, and I'd have been like, yeah, but he didn't complete the ball.
But is it in the area code? Is it in the area code? Is it in the area?
But what do y'all mean by give him the keys? Because look at this. Are they not giving him the keys?
That was a sack. He got out of that one.
He got out.
But are they not giving him the keys now?
They gave him the keys, and then when it got tight, when it mattered, they said,
okay.
Give us the keys back. We got it.
You're talking about the run plays.
I'm talking about let that man just. There comes a when we watch Tom and Aaron. And did you watch the game Monday night?
Oh yeah.
They said, Russell, here, son, please save us. And Russ said,
gladly.
I got you.
Even after he threw an interception, his head coach walked up to him and said, "Don't worry about it." Hugged him. He said, "Go sit on the bench and get yourself together because our defense gonna stop it."
We need you to, because a lot of times and it's clear that the guys on the sideline have been overthinking things or not communicating things, however you want to put it. It's so hard to handle a game from the sideline. At the good teams, the good ones, the ones who we talk about year in and year out, they have decision makers at the quarterback position that when the game gets too complicated, because it's a chess match, there comes a point in time in the game when you have to go, that's why we're going to pay you $36 million. That's why we gave this guy $130 million. That's why he's going to the Hall of Fame, because of these moments. But when you try to overthink and overcomplicate those moments, you end up how we end up. You don't have – football is a complex game that is simple. It's a complex game that is simple.
Or is it a simple game that's complex?
However you want to put it.
I'm going to tell you this right here. This is as simple as it gets.
Don't make it too complex, though.
It's as simple as it gets.
Good, because I might be able to
and
understand
this is what a lot of teams can't do, and that's why New England is different. When you have the best players for your system, you can dominate.
Yep.
Be it is mentally or be it physically, you can dominate. The problem comes when you have a coach that overthinks it or a player that can't get it, and you asking him to do something he cannot do. It's simple as that. Now, it may sound complex, but it ain't. If I got a player like Amari Cooper,
no, we got the right system and the right players for the system.
But the focus is on. Shouldn't the system? You're saying the system should focus on Dak, though. So does that make it?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. The system. See this.
Somebody wants to know on Periscope, Nate, if you can just suit up. They miss you.
So I can get ran over and y'all talk about me like a dog. No, sir.
I sure
no,
will.
Sir.
I sure will.
The first thing they're going to say, Nate ain't what he used to be.
I sure will.
No, sir.
I'm gonna talk about you like a dog.
Let me tell you this.
I'm going to get right there on that screen. Look at the right tackle. Oh, look at this. Look at it. Slow feet. He lunging forward.
Let me say y'all something, man. Who panicked the most when they hadn't signed Zeke? Who was sitting there just panicking everywhere? Man, we got to get Zeke. Oh, my God, I'm just panicking.
You were.
I'm panicking. And I still would panic this day. But I knew starting last year when we got Amari Cooper this kid started back growing again. You stunted his growth with the receivers by committee.
Talking about Dak.
Yeah. Stunted his growth. We got him beat up a little bit in Atlanta. We stunted his growth. We took. I mean, he even admitted himself, like, my clock in my head is not right.
He was seeing ghosts.
Yeah. So now his clock is right. He's done everything during the off season with his off the field guys that it gelled with your guy Kittner. He brought it all together. And so now we're seeing it. You go pull up that chart again that you brought, brother. It was you that brought that pass chart. Mm-hmm. This dude is throwing it everywhere and connecting. I don't care how any game goes. It comes a point. Two things I believe. It comes a point defensively that you're going to have to make a stop or get a turnover to give your team an extra possession. It's going to come in the game more than once, maybe 3 times, where the quarterback has to make the right decision, whether he turn around and hand it off or whether he has to throw it. It's going to be 2 or 3 times in that game where that quarterback is going to have to win it up here. And I believe that, brother. And I ain't going to never shy away from that.
Let's take another break. Kurt's going to look up some charts and fun stuff when we come back on Hangin' with the Boys.
Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Want to show your Texas and team pride too? You can. By purchasing your own Stetson, you can look just like how the flag guys do on field at every home game. Stetson hats, the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys and your favorite football team. Get yours today in the Stadium Pro Shop or at Stetson.com.
Before your next AT&T Stadium barbecue, gear up with OtterBox, the official outfitter of tailgating. It starts with the Venture Cooler. Built tough in America, Venture keeps ice for days and days. Or stay light on your feet with Trooper Soft Coolers, perfect for packing in your signature side dishes.
Tailgating wouldn't be complete without a beverage, so pour one into the OtterBox Elevation Tumbler. It keeps your drinks frosty and toasty. Discover more about OtterBox line of tailgate essentials at OtterBox.com.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
Whether you're into being a part of this or more into something like this, SeatGeek has the tickets to the events you love. It's the easiest way to find, buy, and sell tickets. Plus, with their Deal Score technology, they'll recommend the best seats in the house at the best value. So the next time you're craving this,
Ready? Blue 20!
download the SeatGeek app and let's go. SeatGeek.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Today, Wednesday. Join us for another Dallas Cowboys official watch party presented by AT&T on Sunday, November 24th. Enjoy a festive game day atmosphere on Tostitos Championship Plaza at the Star in Frisco. The Dallas Cowboys take on Jesse's favorite team, the New England Patriots. Admission and parking are free. Visit thestarinfrisco.com for details. Also tonight, a very special happy hour show. Mm-hmm. If you're not aware of happy hour, it's a show that I don't know why, but they allow me to host along with one person from the DallasCowboys.com staff, one person from our flagship station, 105.3 The Fan, and
Corey or Kevin?
Kevin, is he the Kevin? K in the KNC Masterpiece? Yeah. Corey was last week, so
okay.
Kevin's this week. And then we have an alumni player. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty excited tonight because I haven't really gotten to talk to this guy since he left. But DeMarcus Ware's on the show tonight.
D-Wow!
D-Ware. Cool.
D-Wow, B-Wow.
Really cool. I'm going to ask him why he gives so much love to the Broncos these days and not to the Cowboys.
Because he probably can go in and get anything he wants from Elway.
And I would imagine that he's going to say because he won a ring with them.
No, not even that. Not even that.
What do you think?
They welcome him in with loving. I'm not saying they don't do that here,
right?
But they constantly want him to come back and work with their players.
Which surprises me because you see our alumni players, Nate, you're here, you see Charles here, you see our alumni players in the building all the time. I'm wondering.
But in the building, but working with the guys.
Well, the thing is, they've asked me to come and speak, and I'm quite sure if I nudge Jason, I can get out there a lot. But that ain't I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I believe that you have enough coaches. Let them coach, because even though we may be teaching the same techniques, my terminology of how I say things and do things may be a little bit different. And so it may be a clash. Now, Charles goes out there, Leon Lett works for him, that's on and on and on. But,
They ain't listening to Charles. They ain't.
If they was, they'd be getting more sacks. I'm taking up for mine. Charles is mine. Yeah.
They ain't listening to Charles.
Yeah, they better.
Oh.
But I'm telling here, yeah, you're right. The Broncos open arms, and it's sometimes it's kind of like who is willing to give a little more. We may not want to give as much as D-Law demands. He may pop in and be gone, and they may want him there a little longer, a little more. So you never know what's happening.
Yeah.
But I tell you, it's right here. My hat's off to D-Law. My hat's off to the Broncos.
D-Ware.
D-Ware, yeah. I'm D-Law stuck. I'm sorry. But, hey, man, life is good. Look at Jesse. He's sitting over there. Look at me. I'm sitting over here. We ex-players, man. The love is there if you want to accept it,
Yeah. Tune in tonight, 7 o'clock. All the Cowboys social channels, website, YouTube. I don't know if we do YouTube Live. It'll be on demand on YouTube. So check it.
Go, hey, Dave.
Check
be
it
like
out.
Dave.
Yeah.
By the way, who is it that always bags on D-Law that calls in?
Dude
from
D-Land.
Florida.
Yeah.
From Florida.
Yeah.
Is it Mike?
Mike
from D-Land?
From D-Land.
Mike.
Y'all heard the comments that I just went blank. Bennett.
Oh, yeah.
Bennett had to say about D-Law, huh? He's one of the
Best he's ever played with.
best he's ever played with, and he's played with some pretty dang good defensive linemen. So for all those that have been bagging on him all year, that says a lot. And Bennett's not one to mince words and say something he doesn't mean.
Absolutely.
So
I'm going to tell you here, man. This dude averaged 16.8 yards or 2 yards. That's too much, man. They probably would have did that on me. Nate New averaged 3.4 yards.
Nate averages 2 steps and a half step.
Yeah, especially in pass play. Because if I got my hands on you, you would stop. People say, why you never get holding? Because once I got to you and laid my hands on you, you were glued to me. You can flare your arms all you want. That's all they'll see because the whole body being engulfed by me.
Did you do hand exercises?
No. No, I ain't.
He was grabbing
I was born that
lights, Miller lights.
Yeah. You're right about that.
Did you lift a lot back in the day?
Nah, I lifted what was necessary.
You was country strong.
Yeah, man. A dude told me one time, like, man, you lift all them weights. He said, and you just strong enough to push one of them dudes off you that knock you on your back, so you push him. I was like, wow. Well, but if you need weights, use them. I use weights to maintain, to maintain my strength. Some people got to gain strength. I ain't had to gain no strength. My dad and mama bred me like that. I hate to say it in that way, but I was bred and born that way. So
country strong.
Yeah,
that's like old man strength. You get to a certain age and you can always whoop your kids, right?
Right.
No matter how strong they get, country strong. Like
old man.
I had this buddy in high school. And he did not work out, did not lift, but he was the strongest dude I had ever met because he lived basically on a farm and he was just country.
And that's what I tell people. When you go, this is the first time, and I agree with you because I lift all these weights in high school and junior high. When I started lifting weights in junior high, I wasn't never really strong back then. And then my daddy, through newspaper, he was the head guy in our region over the newspaper, over the subdivision in our area. And, I'm 13, 14. Yeah, Daddy, I'll go to the subdivision. I help you get these papers, sling them up on this truck, or sling them off this truck. Dad's all right, son, I come get you. When you get there, I check in, I come and get you at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm ready. I'm pumped. I'm geek. Man, about halfway through that truck, my dad is still slinging that stuff off down. Son, you all right? Yeah, Daddy, yeah. Just a little early. Just a little early.
Just dead, huh?
Yeah. Hey.
Wore out.
And let me tell you something. Don't ever think you can pour concrete on a 100-degree day. Because you cannot let that concrete dry. You cannot let on a $100,000 job that concrete dry.
Mm-hmm.
So don't even go out there pretending like you're going to help these people. Because what would be your friend when they start would not be your friend when you get through. Because when you sitting over there huffing and puffing and they got to do your part to get this stuff leveled out before it dry, you ain't going to never have a friend again in your life. Them concrete people, they be hustling.
You poured concrete once?
Oh, yeah, man. I was helping the dude pour concrete to build my house when I played for the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
And I was laughing and joking. He was cussing his sons. He was all of them named backpack. He was all over Pete, Bucky, Cliff, the young kids, man, 19, 18, 17 years. And the mother was out there, but she wasn't doing no concrete work in them. And I said, I'll help y'all. And, man, that concrete came that morning. It was probably about 70 degrees. We were pouring that back slab, and he was cussing. He was going off. Man, I say, tell you what, y'all work for me. I'm moving over here because I ain't finna take that. Boy, he was all over them kids. They got it poured perfect, smoothed out.
This was back when you played for the Cowboys, so 20-plus years ago, right?
Yeah.
And this guy came with his family.
Matt Baker, pouring. Yeah.
Did you know him outside of that? Or
I did. He great guy, superhuman. I called him. We talked just last week.
Okay.
Superhuman.
Because I was going to say, this man came and poured concrete probably for about 4 days at your house, and you can remember him and his kids' names, but you can't remember DeRoe's name, and he's on the show at least every other week.
No, these guys I've been knowing for over 30 years.
All right.
DeRoe, man, I just met 6'3" Brand. He good man. 6'3", good man. Well, where is he? Oh, I forgot we lost. Anyway.
He ain't going to be here. All right. Final thoughts before we get out of here today. Anything else?
Did we talk about the offense and defenses of the...
We did. We talked about our offense. We mainly talked big picture. We didn't get down in the weeds a lot.
I had a question about the play calling. You were turning things over to Dak. And so how does that work then? Like last game we ran the ball 22 times. 16 of them were on first down. And the rest of the game, 6 times ran the ball. It's not so much running the ball, but like when you run the ball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You would think that'd be a pretty easy fix, but maybe not.
Common sense ain't so common, huh?
I'm going to tell you something. As you look at the game, that thing went from like 6 to 7 yards, down to 5 to 4 yards, down to 4 to 3 yards, down to 1 to 0 yards. So as the game going on, I'm like, this ain't working. But that day is working. So I'm not saying we would have won the game if Dak would have threw the ball down there on the 3. You know what? They lost the game. But you cannot, and I would be sitting here defending them because I know my heart. If they would have did 3 passes and he would have just missed or something bad would have happened, you know what? I said, that's how we was riding, fellas.
That's my point.
That's what they gave to us. I can defend that. I promise you. I ain't got a problem with that. But no, I'm not getting. The game is over. Detroit is our next opponent.
I just don't want to say it again. The same.
If it's
like
flowing one way or another, man. If it's flowing one way or another, you just got to do what you feel is right. And Coach Garrett, in their way of, they felt what they done was right for the team. It's just that we as a fan base and as analysts, if you want to call us that, you can call Jesse that. I'm just a guy.
You on all the shows, post game show, radio shows, and all that. I'm just here.
Stop, man. Stop.
Stop. You know.
Stop.
They call you. Anyway, you got Facebook shows that you do on Saturday. You got 7 shows.
He's just the voice of reason.
Yes, he is. Yeah. And that's probably why we hurting. Anyway, I'm going to tell you something, man. I ain't going to never knock Coach Garrett. I only knocked him 3 times. Y'all know those 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta, Jets. I knocked him. Yes, I did.
What's the third one?
They're what I'm trying to figure it out. I'm old.
A couple days ago.
Exactly.
Sunday.
But I tell you this right here. That's why I knew I wasn't built to be a head coach. Because I don't have the organization skills, probably you or you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to fly by the seat of the pants. I see what's working. Just make that continue to work however you making it work. And that's what I would say. Hey, Kellum, however this going, just keep doing it that way right now.
More of this and less of that.
Yeah, that's all I would say. You would have a way of doing it. I'll be like, hey, man, that's why we hired you. Do it like you doing it,
Switzer kind of like that?
That's how Switzer was. That's what Switzer told. They was playing a national championship game, and his quarterback came to the sideline. And he asked Switzer, hey, Coach, what play we going to run here? What we going to do? He said, well, what did we do in practice? Well, we ran this play right here. Well, go out there and run the damn play. They scored, you know what I'm saying?
All right, fellas, let's get out of here. Tomorrow's what, Thursday?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Jesse.
We must be all old. We ask what day it is. Did we do this?
It all runs together.
That's how you know we got a lot of stuff happening in our lives,
weather.
man.
I know.
A lot of stuff happening.
Tomorrow, Cowboys defense, Detroit offense. What else y'all want to talk about? You talk about anything non-football related?
You know what I was just going to say? Hey, didn't your mom call in?
Friday. See, you forgot. What'd you say?
Hey, call my man, 6'3" brand.
We can call. Yeah, we can talk about your hair some more.
You we come in with a different hairstyle tomorrow?
Oh, that's your call, man.
Do a comb over.
I think I'm going to get a ball.
Slick it like.
Hey, I know this ain't going to happen for Jesse. And I know Kurt probably won't do it, but let's go on and get them bald heads one more time. Since it's cold, let's get sick and not be able to come to work.
No.
All right, let me think about that.
Don't be doing that.
Hey, you sound like Doug now. Hey, man, let me talk to my wife about that one.
If it was, you know what? I got a girlfriend now. It doesn't matter. I ain't trying to impress nobody.
I hear you, man.
You're trying to keep
Let me ask you this right here, man.
You're trying to keep him.
I tried to get you in trouble twice. I tried to get him in trouble twice.
What?
With April, the lady who called in the show. Mm-hmm. Did your girl ever bite on that when I was like, who is April?
My girl don't listen to this show.
She don't listen?
No. My mom does. My girlfriend doesn't.
I hear that.
Yeah,
how's your mom, by the way?
She's good. She came.
Did she do okay this week? Don't give us the numbers, but did she do okay this week?
I gotta look.
Okay.
Did I tell y'all she was in town this weekend? Did I bring that up? I was a little foggy on Monday.
No, you didn't tell us that.
No?
It wasn't nothing serious or bad, was it?
No, my girlfriend and my best friends planned a surprise birthday party for me on Friday night, and I had no idea. My mom drove over. One of my best friends.
Did Miss Klein come?
Oh, you know
she
what?
She didn't. She had to work.
I was supposed to tell y'all too about that party, and I totally forgot.
I knew about it.
Kurt was there.
I totally forgot.
Hey, don't worry about it, man.
Tay Stern texted me and said, hey, tell Kurt.
Taylor was there.
Tell Kurt.
Hey, look at. Hey, I didn't know.
Hey, 6'3" was there.
Forgot.
Oh, man, but I'm going to tell you what. See, the reason you probably, because you didn't send us your little drop down.
Don't put that on there.
First time
what's done in the group chat is for group chat.
First time Jesse's ever said, "Don't put that on the air."
Don't put that on there. I ain't had no Tommy John. You know I don't want no Tommy Johns.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Hanging with the boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!